Oh.
Yeah. Dear priest, 고백할 게 있어. 피한 방울과 tears. 그저 연극일 뿐. 이건 내밀한 도배. 아름답지만 born back.
Oh frick. Oh frick. Yeah, that was probably one of the hardest opening K-pop lines ever. Here's the other thing. The slow motion in the beginning of the video. It's very, very purposeful. Everything's very slow, very still, and then we hit this crazy zoom, this crazy long zoom, and we like cut in. I don't really like the edit that's in the middle of this zoom right here. Not my favorite thing. I wish it was just a zoom and it just held on it. But that crazy camera movement contrasts all of the stillness and the slowness that we had before. And it really makes us pay attention, soak up that crazy lyric, and we're in. A lot of this music video takes inspiration from an anime called Sailor Moon. There's a unicorn character in season 4. There's just a lot that happens. Hi, my name is Jordan Orm. I'm a professional music video editor for artists like these guys. If you want to subscribe, that'd be cool. Because if everybody who wasn't subscribed that watches this video subscribes, then we would hit 1 million subscribers. That would be cool. But if not, you know, it's fine. Gaul's in her... What is it called? Floaty. Gaul's in her unicorn floaty. You know, she's rocking it. And then they're like, you know what? Let's have a little bit of a underwater breathing contest, as you do at a pool party. Bro, I had a friend that went to 2 minutes. Oh, maybe it was about 1:45. It was crazy though. Anyway, they come up. Gaul's gone, and she left the floaty. What the frick? This music video is so stylish. The amount of just still frames is very different from normal K-pop music videos. Oftentimes in music videos, you have crazy camera movement, you have just absolute nutsness, but everything here is very composed, very controlled. They're not trying to hide anything. They're just hitting us with banger image after banger image. They realize Gaul's missing. And if you listen right here, there was a little reverbed whinny. Sorry. But it's a creepy reference to the horse from Sailor Moon. Oh. Hi, Justin. I'm filming. Do you want to say anything to everybody?
I want to say that Jesus loves you.
Boom. That was my brother. He's a good guy. Now, what was that crazy biking shot? That is a great editorial technique just to give a little something something. Create a little bit of intrigue, a little flash forward. Who knows what's happening in this story? The reason that shot's also helpful editorially is it helps us transition and it helps us create a passage of time. 13 missed calls. That's not a good number. And there we go. We get the reveal of what the biking actually was. I wonder if this is a new thing or if this has been happening for a long time. Let me Perplexity it. If you don't know, I've actually replaced Google with this thing called Perplexity. It's amazing, but let me search this up. It searches the web and gives us the best, most concise answer so I don't have to go through a bajillion websites trying to find what I'm looking for. Production quality has increased. So they do talk about K-pop videos having adapted to a more international audience with the inclusion of English. K-pop's getting a lot more westernized, which is interesting. Choreography has become a lot more intricate, and there's obviously things like remote control cameras, more sophisticated CGI, and editing. The editing gets crazier every single year. I swear, it gets wild. We can look for images or videos that go along with the same topic that we're searching up. So you can use it for free right now, or you can upgrade to Pro for the ability to break questions down into smaller steps, which give more intricate answers. You can also use the world's most advanced AI models. And if you have Uber One, a membership to save on Uber and Uber Eats, Perplexity is running a promo where you can get Pro for a year for free. It's a $200 value. The last chance to sign up is October 31st. So make sure to sign up for Uber One now and get your Pro for free. Or if you just want to use the free version, you can definitely do that. The links are in the description.
don't touch me, love me, don't hurt me. Watch.
Oh my god. This video is wild. Gaul comes back with this glowing gemstone scepter thing. So she's back, she's fine. Obviously she went through it. This yellow glowing light on their faces doesn't make much sense to me. Usually that's what happens if you open a chest of gold and it's like, whoa, shining on your face. This was a blue light that was glowing though, so I don't know why it's gold. But it, you know, gold looks probably better than blue. They touched the scepter and fly up and hit the ceiling, teleporting to another dimension. Oh brother, oh no. Okay. I like the close-ups too on all of those. On the 5, 6, 7, on the 5. I said 5, 6. Oh man, I need a hospital, a mental one. Ooh, speed ramps. Oh. Watch me, don't touch me, love me, don't hurt me. Watch me, don't touch me. Okay. Okay. Okay, this is some of the best K-pop storytelling I've seen in a minute, guys. This is a whole movie. They teleport to another dimension after getting slammed onto the ceiling. And then we have this just crazy photo shoot. Lots of times in beauty shots, if you're showing flashing or you're just like, you know, trying to make the footage a little bit more interesting, especially if it's slow motion footage, you can speed up part of it and do like a, you know, it's kind of very similar to velocity edits on TikTok, you know, stuff like that. So they're doing that, a similar technique. We're getting speed ramps at the beginning of the shot and then slowing it down to establish that eye contact or just that beautiful moment in the shot. They got their Sailor Moon outfits and her heart gets armored or that gets trapped somehow by this, by, you know, the design that's similar to the scepter, whatever this witch magic is, I'm not sure. Watch me, don't touch me, love me, don't hurt me. I love the flashes too, it makes it feel like a photo shoot. And then to get out of this other dimension that they're in, where they received their powers, maybe their scepters, their new costumes, they come back to reality. And the universe gives them a receipt that says, if you protect this wand until 12 a.m., you will gain this magic force. Now, what is that magic force? We'll have to wait and see what it is. But the editing language to use almost like a dip to white or this little flash to get them from the alternate reality back to reality, great editorial technique. And it goes along with all the flashing that we saw earlier. Now, the VFX for this, like, the universe giving them a receipt is genius. It looks so good. It looks like time is literally being ripped in half, or there's like a mirror behind her and the receipt is coming from space. Like, look at that detail. That is incredible. I love it. Okay, so this wand is priceless. They need to protect it till 12 a.m. That's their goal. Immediately, we have some of the best stunt work I've seen in K-pop. All right, look at this. They jumped off the roof. That's crazy. Now you can tell that these are stunt ladies because they're wearing masks. And then the next shot that we see them, they are unmasked. You know, we got the evil witch version of IVE. Now, how the frick did this happen? Where did they come from? I don't know. We're gonna watch and find out. The way she just slammed her head in, everything comes to silence. Now, silence creates a lot of tension and it leaves the opportunity for there to be contrast, because contrast creates focus. So what comes after silence? Noise, loud, impact, and we can visually accentuate that by having her head slam menacingly, looking through the glass, you know, sparking a little bit of intimidation. All right, let's see what happened. Ooh, the impact is so good. Okay, flashback 4 hours ago. This is what Gaul was doing. Oh my goodness. All right. This is brilliant filmmaking right here. They are explaining the story so clearly, so well. Lots of times when I'm watching K-pop, I get a little bit confused. I don't know what's going on, but they are so clear in explaining this, and it just helps anybody get into the story. So let's break down what happened. Gaul ran away and said, you know what? I'm leaving my unicorn floaty behind. I'm gonna steal this little scepter from this witch coven. Or coven. Is it coven or coven? Frick. I don't know. I want to say that this is probably one of the hardest performance shots I've seen in a while. Her back looks arched a little bit weird. We have this like behind overhead shot. It's a fire angle. I love this. I want to see more creative angles like this. Shout out to the director. We also have a chromatic aberration on all these woods shots. The edges of the screen sort of turn into a rainbow. It lets us know visually that there's a flashback, because sometimes we get confused when we're just seeing a bunch of images. Maybe we forgot to read the 4 hours ago. So the director and editor is giving us a little visual clue to let us know this is what happened before. This is a flashback. Dirty, so good. All right, she's pretty sneaky. The pearl shot with the hand, nice. Oh, bro, they got an evil mirror. Okay, so that's how they found them. Tracked her back.
Watch me, don't touch me, love me, don't hurt me. Watch me, don't touch me.
This video is crazy. The evil version and good versions of IVE having a literal dance battle. I guess this little dip to white thing, it looks like that's how they decided to create outfit changes. That's how the outfit change is motivated. You can literally see a light on set. They just shined a crazy bright golden light and it overexposes the image. And then on this shot, it looks like they kind of did it editorially. The A shot was on set. You can see that because of the shadows, because the overexposure looks very natural. And then here, it's just a filter put on in post. Outfit change, brilliant. And then the camera shake right when she initiates her powers and transports them to an alternate realm. That was fire. I liked it. And look at this transition. So as she transports them to an alternate dimension, we engage some blend modes. Now, I believe this blend mode is something like difference. Once you start duplicating shots on top of each other, moving it around a little bit, you can create some interesting looking images with blend modes, and that's what they did here, just to motivate the effect of transferring to another dimension. It's a great motivated effect. They didn't put it on there for no reason. It's to help them move into that new dimension.
Don't touch me, love me, don't
And then the dance battle initiates. Now, if you look at this wide shot coming up here, it's very strategically used. Now, we notice that the camera is not moving on the wide shot, and that allows us to film two versions of IVE, one after another. So the left side of the screen is one take, and then you draw a mask down the middle, and the right side of the screen is a completely different take. It's two shots filming at once, so they didn't have to do VFX. They just shot it practically, and that's why the wide shot is very static, very motionless. And that goes along with what I was saying earlier, which I appreciate about this video, is they're not trying to hide everything. All the camera movement is very subdued and controlled, which kind of is a little bit creepy. Like even the fight scenes right here, like the camera's moving, but it's not chaotic. It's very controlled. Woo! Okay, there looks like there was a little bit of a speed ramp, or maybe they cut out a little part of the dance. Right, boom. The way that they just snapped to the middle, that was unnatural. Maybe it's because they're in an alternate dimension, I'm not sure, but it makes their dance look so crispy. So the editor did this either by cutting out frames in the middle of the shot or by just speed ramping that one section so it's a little bit faster than everything else. And I'm loving all the sound effects, bro. Everything's so choreographed, all the sound really brings it to life. It makes everything feel a little bit more impactful. This dance is fire. Oh, 5 minutes till midnight. Okay, so Gaul is fighting herself. Now, how did they practically do that? The editor used a really strategic over the shoulder, so you're never seeing the face of the other person that she's interacting with, so she can actually play both versions of herself. But the editing here is very interesting. Now, it's not super continuity full, as in, how do we get from this moment to this moment? That doesn't make sense. There was a jump in time. Now, because of that, it feels a little bit jarring, but the way that the editor fixed this is he or she decided to cut when there was a lot of motion blur in front of the camera. So right here, again, we cut right in the middle of the most motion blur in the middle of the screen. And then the next shot also has chaos in the middle of the screen, lots of motion blur. And we're moving in the same direction, so this cut feels perfectly seamless. Now right here, we didn't have a moment where we got to cut from motion blur to motion blur, but the next shot that we cut to has chaos happening in the middle of the screen. So it still feels fairly smooth, even though the continuity doesn't match. And then coming out of that, again, we have them struggling, lots of motion blur in the middle of the scene, and then we can cut to the next shot where she is flying into the middle of the screen. When you cut on the action, it blends everything together. All right, so they're running out of time. They gotta keep this thing in order to get the magic powers. Okay. Okay, open the portal for sure. Put it in the fridge, yup. Okay. What? She turned them into mice. What the frick? Okay, so Gaul's strategy is we gotta hide this thing in another dimension, all right? Put it in the fridge, for sure, for sure, for sure. And then, look at this CapCut Filmora transition with the snap of her fingers and a little bit of crazy lighting effects. They all turn into floating clothes. What a crazy VFX shot to transition back into the house and they turn into mice. Wild. Bro, they didn't do it. They were too late. Accendio. Good reading. That was... Oh, bro. Oh, their little hair wings are dissolving. They've lost the magic. Frick. Thank you so much for liking and subscribing. If you want to become a professional editor, hit the link below. God bless. Peace.